Every week, we bring you the latest expertise in the real estate space with the help of Bea Metts and her team at the Metts Group. Well, today marks a special anniversary for Bea and her team. She's here today along with her son, Brandon, to tell us about Bruce Metts and how he helped them launch the dream that is the Metts Group today. I want to thank you both for being here. It's a special day because you can't help but not honor his memory and his legacy, but important to who you all are today. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I didn't realize, Bea, until you kind of sent me some notes and everything. I mean, his passion for architecture and real estate, right, really just kind of helped create the Metts Group.
Yes, it did. He really inspired all of us. I was in the mortgage business actually, and but when we first got married, he was actually working for his cousin, Frank Metts, who is a huge developer here in Louisville, or was before his passing as well. And so Bruce worked on a lot of things with him. He did the Carlisle building down on Brook and Main, and Lyles Mall, which is in the west end of Louisville, and he just worked on the Levy building, which has the spaghetti factory in it. Bruce worked on a lot of those projects with Frank, and then decided to kind of go out on his own. His oldest brother, Ronnie, had actually started his own company as well, so Bruce did a lot of commercial work with him, but he really liked working more on residential anyway, so he kind of started his own company and did mostly residential. But it was, he was so inspiring because he could take anything and make it beautiful. Mm-hmm. And the first house we ever built, Brandon was 4, and Bruce took Brandon and showed him how to use a hammer and nail, and that was back before the air nailer time. And Brandon nailed down the subfloor on that, in that first house that we built, the whole subfloor on the second story. And from that day forward, Brandon always had a passion to do everything his dad did. He followed him around. They hunted, fished, did everything together.
Mm-hmm. And he was very passionate about this community too.
Yes,
you know,
he was.
And I mean, just you just naming like the buildings. That's the fabric of Louisville, right? Like,
right.
And it's, I see that in you all in so many ways, right? Like, I just think you're talking about him, but I'm like, Bea, that's what you do. Brandon, that's what you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You all are incredible, and you can just see his inspiration lives on through you all in a very big way. You must feel that, Brandon.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, he was definitely, I didn't always want to go to work with him, obviously, as growing up.
It has to be tough, like working with your dad. You know?
Oh, it was. You know, there was definitely some arguments throughout the days, but I really enjoyed it, and especially looking back on it now.
Yeah.
He taught me so many different things, and pretty much everything I know how to do today.
Do you all both sometimes, when you're maybe thinking of something different with the business, or I don't know, maybe you step into a project, you're like, what are we going to do? Do you ever say, Bruce, what do you think? Do you do that? Do you think that?
A lot of times I do. As you know, we've had my condo on here.
Yeah.
Before Bruce passed away, he actually made Brandon promise to get me out of the house that the last house that we had built. And I was like, I'm never moving. But it was way more than I needed. And so the market was right, and Brandon convinced me it was time to go ahead and move on. So when I look at my condo, like every day, I look at my condo, and Brandon did the work, but I can see Bruce's inspiration. And it was so funny because, like, you know, I'm not near as talented as him and Bruce are, but I would come up with things that I wanted to do, and Brandon is just like his dad, and he would like so patiently listen to me, and then he would be like, Mom, this is probably a really better way to do it. But he wouldn't laugh at me. He would just, you know, like take that inspiration a little bit further. But yeah, Bruce just always had such an incredible mind to be able to envision things when, you know, he would take a square box and make it into something beautiful. And he definitely passed that trait on down to his boys, and they're the same way. They have that same talent. You know, Brandon's built his own house several times and is in the process of doing that now, and I know he thinks about him all the time.
You all are honoring him in a really special way, and I want to let people know about this. Today is the anniversary of his death. Tomorrow is his birthday, and you're saying to folks, if you want to help, give a donation to hospice. Yeah. They were very helpful to you. Hospice is incredible, by the way.
Yeah, they were. Bruce didn't want me to call him. When we called him, the doctor recommended that we called as soon as we found out that he has cancer. they were there for us every step of the way, and they were just so wonderful. I've never met such a good group of people. The little girl that was there the most for us, she like literally had her baby on a Sunday, and she texted me to let me know she wouldn't be there on Tuesday because, like, I mean, you know, like who does that?
Of course.
She doesn't. I mean, like, I'm not her family.
Right.
I'm not her aunt. I'm not her mom. I'm not any, you know. But she like texted me and sent a picture of her baby, and it was just like, you know, it just speaks volumes to who they are. And they were all like that. They were there 24/7 if we wanted them to be. So.
Well, we know Bruce's legacy lives on in both of you and the great work that you do, just with the Metts group, but also what you do on the show, right? You bring a great passion to the show for what you do. We're excited to have you back in March with so many cool things. I can't wait for everybody to like see those things, but we're thinking of you both today.
Thank
you. Know, it's
you.
just anniversaries, but they're hard.
Yeah.
You know, but we love you. You know we do. And thank you for coming on and sharing this with us and with everybody, because it's just not easy to do. But I think sometimes when you let somebody know about that special person in your life and what they left for you, it helps you heal, right? And you just don't know how many people out there that lost somebody maybe going through the same thing. And if they hear your story, it's really important.
Yeah, well, he deserved to be honored. He was a very special person. So,
all right, Bea and Brandon, thank you both so much.
Thank you.
If you would like to reach out, of course, the donations are going on with hospice as well. But if you'd like more information, just go to themettsregroup.com.